As most of you know, I got involved in natural health and natural healing in 1995 when my mom was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. She was given less than a 10% chance of survival. I was 21 years old. I was just floored by the diagnosis. My mom was 55 at the time, and we thought, how is this possible? Why is this happening? It really caused me to go on a completely different path than I was going on previously. And so at that time, I asked the doctors, why are more people getting diagnosed? And he really couldn't give me an answer. And he didn't know. He was just making something up. And it was at that point that I knew something was wrong. Like this guy should have an answer for my simple question, right? Why are more people being diagnosed with cancers? He gave me some BS answer, testing is better or whatever. I knew he was making it up because he took a long pause, looked away, and then made something up. I could tell, even at 21 years old. And it was at that point that I really knew this guy does not know what he's talking about. And should we be trusting him with our lives, with the treatment of my mom? She actually did research the Gerson therapy and the Gerson clinic and some macrobiotic places in San Diego. And she did end up doing the City of Hope treatment, which consisted of chemotherapy, massive doses, multiple rounds, multiple months in each of those rounds of chemotherapy, surgery, radiation, full body radiation that the City of Hope doesn't even do anymore. It's so caustic to the body, but they did it on her in 1996, as well as a stem cell treatment. I was the only blood donor for that, a match, and multiple surgeries. She was in the hospital multiple times for months on end. We were an hour and a half away by car. I would have to go up a few days a week to donate platelets and see her in that bubble thing, and I couldn't even touch her. It was a terrible time. I know a lot of people are going through the same issue right now. And what I wanted to talk about in this video was the moment that I realized I can't help my mom and how powerless I felt. And I know you guys are probably feeling that way or have at some point in your life. And what I want to talk about is the growth and the mindset that has to happen to get through that. For me, it was just letting go. When I first learned about how you can prevent extra cells growing, you can reverse extracellular growth in the body using natural methods, I thought to myself, why don't doctors know this? And how come everybody doesn't know this? I need to tell everybody. And so I started telling people, and no one was interested. No one cared. It was just like falling on deaf ears. Like in the Bible, like throwing your pearl before swine. This is the number one killer behind cardiovascular disease, and no one really wants to. Then I thought maybe they don't believe me. So I started showing them studies, talking to them further, showing them the data, giving them the books, showing them the documentaries and the research papers, and still nothing. Then I realized that people just really want to be on the journey they're on. And I think that, like Dr. Massey says on our show, we actually become energetically weaker when we try to help people that don't want our help. Coming to the realization that people don't want our help, and that's fine. If they are open-minded enough and their journey allows for it, at some point in their journey, they're going to reach out to us because they know we study this stuff. Not being offended by that, letting go and saying, you know what? You get to experience everything on your journey. And if you want to do natural therapies and natural treatments, that's great. If you want to do medical treatments only, that's amazing. If you want to do a hybrid approach, that's awesome. If you want to do nothing for your current treatment, no matter what health condition you have, that's great too. And just supporting everybody on their journey, and they get to experience what that is for them. And that's uniquely personal, and that's uniquely their journey. And it's not up to us to intervene unless they ask for our help and advice. I supported my mom multiple times doing chemotherapy and tried to help her to the best of my ability to not be damaged by the chemotherapy and radiation. I have whole protocols on substances you can take, or I would take during a treatment like that, and ways to prevent it and reverse it naturally. So I think ultimately what it comes down to is supporting people in their journey, and everyone gets to experience life as they choose, right? And just letting go of that and not trying to be the guy that or the girl that helps everybody and giving away our power in that way. Letting go of all that and just supporting people no matter what they do, but use it as your own personal life lesson and seeing what the consequences are, because I believe we do learn a ton of information by watching people struggle and go through different situations and circumstances that we know we could avoid to the best of our abilities. I think we learn from that. So just learning how to let go, learning how to support everyone in their own journey, and being less dogmatic and being more open and supportive. And really, ultimately, that's all that they want, right? Because they're scared. Everyone's scared, and I get it. It makes sense. They've done a tremendous job making us very scared in our society today, scared even to leave your house. The fear level is insane right now. For anyone who needs to hear that, I hope that helped. If you want to learn more about me and the work that I do, there's links down below. Check those out. Join our newsletter and come join us and learn more about the research I do. I hope this helped you.